Ghostface, my buddy.
Scream would not be Scream without that iconic Ghostface mask. Hey, Jason Voorhees has got one, Michael Myers has one. All the best villains got a mask, right? And in this video, Wes Craven, who directed the first 4 Scream movies, talks about where the Ghostface mask came from. So let's check it out.
Ghostface, my buddy. This mask, or one very, very like it, was much older actually, was on the bed in the upstairs of a house that we were looking at in Santa Rosa. It was sitting on 2 pillows in this very, very nice little grandma's house. And, you know, I've been looking for a mask that was a ghost mask. We didn't really know what it would or should look like, but we were getting close to production. And I said, where did you get this? This is amazing. And we're doing a film about a Ghostface guy. Can we borrow this? Just, yeah, sure. It turns out her husband had collected Halloween masks. And the mask clearly was old. It had been, you know, worn around the edges and everything else. But we couldn't find any brand on it. So called Bob Weinstein. He said, well, get your art department to make you something like it, but not too close or we get sued. I probably do the worst Bob imitation of anybody, but so we went through a period of trying to devise a mask that was scary, but you know, didn't look like this, so we would get sued. But we were also, the studio was trying to find who made it. And right towards the end, in fact, I shot the first day using the mask against studio orders because the other mask just looked terrible. And the next day we got word that the studio had found on the, I don't know whether it's still there, but on the original they found right along the edge of the mask, there was just embossed the words Fun World. And then they did a global search of that and found this little mom and pop company in New England that probably their entire, you know, capital intake in a year was $10,000. But it was part of their inventory and they'd had it since the 50s, I think. So a deal was quickly made, as they say. So that's how it came to be.
So a very fortuitous find there for Wes Craven and his team. And interesting story on how that Ghostface mask came to be. Figuring out eventually that the company Fun World had made it, and getting everything worked out just before their production on that first Scream movie began. Wes Craven, legendary horror movie director, of course, has many accolades to his name, and as we say, directed those first 4 Scream movies from 1996 to 2011, and sadly passed away in 2015 at the age of 76.
Cut it!
Cut it.
Check the game!
If I were to think of something to say to the fans, I would say thank you. Thank you for being there. Appreciate what I do. Sometimes give me a little rap on the head to get me going back in the right direction. But most of all, I think that you are the proof that everything that people say that don't like horror movies, everything they say that horror movies do to people is disproved by you, because you've turned out to be one of the greatest people I've met, and the most gentle souls, and get all the humor and everything else in my films too. So thank you for all you've given.